Welcome to the party pen. Wait, welcome. So, what we are doing is we are reading Genesis 12. This is one of the funnest parts of this book. So, welcome. Ta-da! Okay, so we are reading chapter 12 of Genesis, chapter 12. Now, the Lord said to Abe,
"You need to leave. Don't look at me like that. You're like 70 years old." Well, yeah, you're like 70. Yeah, you need to leave. Yeah, like, I'm sure your dad is tired of your shit. I'm tired of your shit. You need to move out immediately. Yeah, right. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse them who curse you. And in you, all the families of the earth will be blessed.
So Abe got up and departed as the Lord told him to, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 when he left Haran. Remember, it's Chaldean. He's part Chaldean. Mm-hmm. Yep. Then Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his nephew, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran, and they departed to go to the land of Canaan. So they came there, and Abram passed through the place of Shechem as far as the terebinth tree of Morah. And the Canaanites were in the land. Then the Lord appeared to Abe and said,
Your descendants, I will give this land, and it will be so totally awesome. I'm gonna do all the cool things. Yeah. And
And there he built an altar. Mm, Uh, and he moved from there to the mountain east of Bethel. And he pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. And there he built an altar to the Lord and called on the name of the Lord. And Abe journeyed going on still toward the south. Now there was a famine in the land. There was a famine in the land, and Abe went down to Egypt to dwell there, for the famine was severe. And it came to pass when he was close to entering Egypt, he said to Sarai, "Look, baby, you're like a 10 on a scale 1 to 5. You're like a 10. Listen, I need you to do something for me. Can you pretend to be my sister so we both live? I mean, I know it seems cowardly, but you know, you're my sister." And Sarai, being ride or die, she's like, "Bet I'm your sister quicker than two tickles of a jackrabbit's ass. Don't even worry about it." Man, she's a dumb bitch. Uh, okay. They will. Okay. Please, okay, for your sake. Okay. So it was when Abe came to Egypt that the Egyptians saw the woman, and she was very beautiful. And the princes of Pharaoh also saw her and commended her to Pharaoh. And the woman was taken to Pharaoh's house. He treated Abe well for her sake. He had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, female donkeys. No, male and female servants, and camels. But the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abe's wife. And Pharaoh called Abe and said, "The fuck did you do to me, yo? Oh my god, what did you do? Ah, this is no good, man. This is no good, man. What'd you do? You suck. Now, look at everybody. We're all dying. What did you do? I want to know. God told me what you did, but I want you to tell me what you did." And Abe was like, "You see her, right? Like, you see her. She's beautiful. And you even gave her whatever. And then you gave me whatever because of her. So you know she's pretty. So, like, what did you want me to do? Because you know you would have killed me. They would have killed me. And you know it. Then you would have killed the man of God and you wouldn't even have known it. How about that?" And the Pharaoh was like, "Give them all their things and send them on their way immediately. Just before I change my mind." Yeah, before I change my mind, take them and make them leave and give them all their stuff. Okay. Okay. Take. Okay. Okay. And then now we're on chapter 13. Then Abe went up from Egypt, he and his wife, and all this stuff. Also, Lot. Abe was very rich in livestock and silver and gold. And he went on his journey from the south as far as Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, to the place of the altar which he had made. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. And Lot also went with Abram, and the flocks and herds and tents. Now the land was not able to support them, that they might dwell together, for their possessions were so great. And there was strife between Abe's dudes and Lot's dudes. The Canaanites and the Perizzites dwelt in the land. So Abe said to Lot, "This is too much for me, yo. Like literally too much for me. So you go one way and I go another. We meet in the middle to that old country line." Okay, anyways, we gained a lot of ground. Anyway, you go one way and I'll go the other. Okay, we'll separate. You go that way and I'll go this way. So Lot lifted his eyes and saw all of the plain of the Jordan that was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. It was like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt as you go towards Zoar. Then Lot chose for himself all the plain, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated from each other. And Abe dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent even as far as Sodom. But the men of Sodom were exceedingly wicked and sinful against the Lord. And the Lord said to Abe,
Lift your eyes now and look from the place where you are, northward, southward, east, and west. For all the land you see, I give to you and your descendants forever. And I will make your descendants as the dust of the earth, so that if a man could number dust, even your descendants could be numbered. Arise and walk in the land through its length and width, because I give it to you. Then
oops. Then Abe moved his tent and went and dwelt by the terebinth trees of Mamre, which are in Hebron, and built an altar there to the Lord. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we at? 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to pause right here for a second. So, this is pretty wild. Like, the Pharaoh had a nightmare and, like, just gave Abe everything. He's like, "Here, take all the stuff I gave you." Okay. So, it came to pass in the days of this chapter 14. And it came to pass in the days of Armaphel, king of Shinar, um, Arioch, Arioch, king of Elasar, Charmander, king of Elam, Tidal, king of nations, that they made war with Bera, king of Sodom, Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, Shemer, king of Zeboiam, and the king of Bela, that is Zoar. All these joined together in the valley of Siddim, that is the Salt Sea. 12 years they served Charmander, and in the 13th year they rebelled. In the 14th year, Charmander and the kings with him came and attacked the Rephaim and Ashtaroth Karnaim, the Zuzim and Ham, the Emim and Shava. Oh my God, so many. Okay. Anyway, they attacked him as far as El Param, which is by the wilderness. Then they turned back and came to Kadesh and attacked all the country of the Amalekites, also the Amorites who dwelt in Hazan Tamar. And the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Zeboiam, and the king of Zoar went out and joined together in battle in the valley of Siddim against Charmander, Tidal, Armaphel, Arioch, 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of asphalt pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled. Some fell there, and the remainder fled to the mountains. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their provisions and went their way. They also took Lot, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. Then one who had escaped came to Abram the Hebrew, but he's not a Hebrew. He's literally Shemitian. He's from the Shemites. And, his dad is a Shemite and his mom is Chaldean. Oh my God. Okay. So he went to Abram, the Amorite brother of Eshcol, and they were allies with Abram. Now, when Abe heard that Lot was taken captive, he armed 318 trained servants who were born of his own house and went in pursuit as far as Dan. He divided his forces against them by night, and he and his servants attacked them and pursued them as far as Hobah, which is north of Damascus. So he brought back all the goods and brought back Lot and his goods as well as the women and the people. The king of Sodom went to meet him in the valley of Shavah after his return from the defeat of Charmander. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine, and he was the priest of God Most High, and blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abe, king. Blessed be Abe of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be God, who has delivered your enemies to your hand." And he gave him a little of a tithe of all. Now, the king of Sodom said to Abe, I want the people, you keep all this stuff. And Abe was like, I'll be a motherfucker if you give me all this stuff and then y'all motherfuckers can say you made me rich. Because no, you didn't. And I don't want any of it. You can take it. Just give it to my men who want stuff. I don't want a fucking thing. Thank you. Yep. That's the end of chapter 14. That's wild. Abe was like, I don't want your shit, yo. Okay, so chapter 15. After these things, the word of the Lord came to Abe in a vision, saying,
Abe, 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 listen, listen, wake up. Don't be scared. I am your shield. Exceedingly great reward. Yeah, I'm so cool. I'm gonna be so cool. I'm like a teenager right now, so I'm like so cool. Listen, I'm the best. You know me.
and Abe was like, listen, what are you going to give me? I go childless, and the heir of my house is Eliezer of Damascus. Then Abe said, look, you have given me no offspring. No one in my house is my heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, saying, no,
Nope, no one said that. Only you said that. Listen, I'll give you a baby. Gotta wait. You gotta wait. I'll give you a baby. It'll just take some time. Look, look, look towards heaven and count the stars. If you were able to number him, if you can number the stars, then you can number your descendants. Yep, that's how it works. I say it and you believe it. It's just how it works.
and he believed in the Lord, and he accounted to him for his righteousness. Then he said,
I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur, of the Chaldeans, to give you this land to inherit it because you're a good guy. Look, I said you were a good guy. I don't, I just want you to be a good guy.
and then he said, Lord God, how shall I know I will inherit it? And then God was like,
Bring me a 3-year-old heifer, heifer, he, heifer. Anyway, I've read this how many times and I still don't know that fucking word because I forget about it. Huh. It's time to take my pills. It's pill time. Okay. Anyway, bring me a heifer, a 3-year-old goat, a 3-year-old ram, a turtle dove, a young pigeon.
and he brought all of these and cut them in two down the middle and placed each piece opposite the other. But he did not cut the innards in two. This is wild. And when the vultures came down on the carcasses, Abe drove them away. Now, when the sun went down, a deep sleep fell upon Abe, and behold, horror and great darkness fell upon him. And then God said to Abe, okay, my leg's asleep. So, okay. Now, God said to Abe,
Fucking wild, man. Know certainly that your descendants will be strangers in a land that is not theirs, and will serve them, and they will afflict them 400 years. And also, the nation whom they serve I will judge. Afterward, they will come out with great possessions. Now, as for you, you shall go to your fathers in peace. You will be buried at a good old age. But in the fourth generation, they will return here, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet complete. I don't know what that means, but Pinterest said it. Pinterest thinks of everything.
We haven't even got to that part yet. And it came to pass when the sun went down and it was dark, there appeared a smoking oven and a burning torch that passed between those pieces. On the same day that the Lord made a covenant with Abe, saying, to your descendants I have given this land, from the river of Egypt to the Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kenezzites, the Kedemonites, the Hittites, Perizzites, the Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. One of Moses' father-in-laws is a Kenite. Said, no. Hi, I thought I had this thing on. Hi in Oklahoma. Oh, she already left. Damn it. See, I always miss things. I don't ever know. Damn it, I fucked it up again. Well, I guess good thing I was almost done. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I hope she didn't unsubscribe. I'll be so devastated. Because she waited for, I'm betting she waited for me to say hi to her. Oh, hi. How are you? Do you enjoy my rendition of the Bible? I appreciate you. Are you from Oklahoma? Or do you just live there? Are you from there? Jim Ross from wrestling is from Oklahoma. So is um Jerry and John Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers. You probably do you know that they're wrestling people? Oh, you do know wrestling. Oh, so you recognize my Attitude Era? My Attitude Era Bible reading. Is it pretty there? See, I'm from Detroit and I've only drove through Oklahoma and it wasn't any cities or anything. It was on a Greyhound. So it was mostly highway. There are a lot of drugs there. There's a lot of drugs here and also in Detroit and in Oregon and in Colorado. There is probably a lot of drugs there, isn't there? Uh, no, Ric Flair is North Carolina. I think it's Jerry Briscoe and Jim Ross. Man, nobody. Hmm. Isn't Garth Brooks from there? Garth Brooks. You know, I saw a picture of him. He is not as pretty as I remember. Like, my childhood made him so handsome, right? How did we go from the Bible to Garth Brooks? I don't know what's happening. Do you want me to go on to chapter 16? Are you busy? We can keep going. Dustin hasn't yelled at me yet. Oh, hey, cousin. Look, this Ricky up here is my cousin. Hi, cousin. We're going on to chapter 16. We're going to read all about how this lady gets pregnant. It's going to be a good time because she's a jealous. See you next Tuesday. We're going to find out all about it. Okay. Now, Sarai, Sarah, Abe's wife, had bore him no children, and she had an Egyptian maidservant whose name was Hagar, not Sammy. So Sarah said to Abe, "Look, I don't know. I don't think I've ever read. I don't think I've ever read Jude. Did I? No. No, because I couldn't get through the Apocrypha. Apocrypha. I tried to read that book. It was so terrible. I stick to the Bible. I'm sure my family is so tired of this. 5 years of this. But it's a good thing for people to know because it's just a good thing to know. And it's an amusing story. Okay. So, Sarah had this maid called Hagar. And she said, Sarah said to Abe, "Look, I can't give you no kids, and you need to have a kid. So I have this maidservant who's not very attractive. You can tell by her name she's probably not attractive. So you could probably have sex with her and then make a baby." Miss Mudduck said hello to you, Michael. Well, Ricky. Um, anyway, eh, go ahead and make a baby with her. So he was like, "Okay, whatever, whatever you want to do." And when Sarai found out that Hagar was pregnant, she turned and to see you next Tuesday. And Sarai went to Abe and was like, I can't do this. I guess she has a baby. I can't. I can't. I can't do this. And then Abe was like, "Woman, I done told you. And you know what? This is your mess. This is your mess. You fix it." So Sarai went to Hagar and was like, "You need to GTFO, yo, and take your kid with you." So Hagar takes Ishmael, which is the son's name, and flees with him a little bit. And they get to the point they have no water and no food. So she says, "Nobody's going to call you garbage. And if somebody does call you garbage, I will say something." Look, speaking of saying something, do you want to be a moderator? I think I learned how to do that, Miss Mud Duck. Okay, you are now a moderator. I don't know what that means, but you can do stuff. Whatever the first choice was, I gave you the first choice. Whatever that was, you can do things. But now that means you can't abandon me. Sorry. I was lost on my own shit there for a second. Okay. Now, where are we at? Okay. So yeah. So they run out of food and water, her and little dude. So she leaves little dude by a well and like goes a little bit far off. So she doesn't have to see little dude starve. And an angel comes to her and it's like, "No, you gotta go back." And Hagar's like, "I don't want to go back." And they said, go back to her and submit yourself. I will multiply your descendants exceedingly, so that they shall not be counted for multitude. And then the angel of the Lord continued and said, "You're with child, and you will bear a son." Oh, am I at the wrong part? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, duh. Look, she gets pregnant and Sarai's like, "You gotta fucking go. I can't handle you." So she goes and then she runs out of food and water and she just, ugh. And the angel comes to her and is like, "Look, you're pregnant. You need to go back." And the girl's like, "No." And the angel's like, "You need to go back because I will make you a lot of people. You're going to have a son. His name's going to be Ishmael. And he will be a wild man. And he will be against every man and every man against him. And he will dwell in the presence of all his brethren." So she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her Are you the God who sees? For she said, I have also seen him who sees me. What? Then she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her. Are you the God who sees? For she said, have I also here seen him who sees me? Therefore the well was called Bir Laharoi. Observe, it is between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar bore Abe a son and called him Ishmael. Adam was, or Abe was 86 years old when he had Ishmael. Yeah, my lives. I'm really bad at the timing thing. And before I just started new medication and it was really messing with me really bad. So my live streams were kind of fucked up. And I was trying to do the Constitution. But seeing as I know nothing about the Constitution and everybody bails on me, I was not able to do it. So I stuck to what I know, which is Das Bible. And it's working out pretty okay so far. What do you think? It's not like my videos. I think this live streaming is better than my videos. Like live streaming. I I am trying to be focused. I'm trying to be focused. But my live stream should be getting more consistent and better timed. Like, mm, like I won't take my medicine before my live streams. I'll take them after. So then I'm not just fucked up. Well, not so fucked up. Because they have me on sedatives. I don't know why. Not even that crazy. But we are on chapter 17. I was thinking because it starts a whole new story. So do we want to end right here? Right above an hour so we start a whole brand new story tomorrow? Well, it's the same book. It's just a different part of the story. Okay. Yeah. Focus issues do run in the blood. It's a Gibson gene for sure. Um, but I think maybe we should start this full part of the story tomorrow. What do you think, Mrs. Mud Duck? I love that name, although I feel like I might be saying it wrong. Oh, and make sure you like, guys. Michael, you never like. Make sure you like it. You're over here. Are we not okay? Okay. Well, mm, yeah. I think we're just gonna do this new part of this story tomorrow. You sing at church and you watch my videos and you go to church. My videos are for entertainment purposes only. I appreciate you liking on your way in. Do you at least leave your shoes on? My carpet's kind of dirty. Well, actually, my carpet is full of cat hair. Hey, you do run all in ballistic silent chat. But you know how you were saying yesterday that people should come in here and chat more? Mrs. Mud Duck answered your prayers because she's in here chatting. Usually nobody's in here chatting with her. I think I've seen her say hi before. Maybe I recognize that name. You're sugar coated Christian. And you watch my channel. You're not very sugar coated, Miss Weird Ass Black Sheep. But I'm definitely gonna look at your channel right now. Go to channel. Oh, why am I not subscribed to you? Okay. Now I'm subscribed to you. Look at that. There. No, I like that. I can't believe I never knew your channel before. You play music? Oh, that's even better. Oh, you build stuff. That's not playing music. That's building things. No, he has music. You play music. Yeah, people do need to say stuff. But Miss Mud Duck, you do singing? Oh, you said you do singing. I'm stupid. You said you do singing. Okay. Are you guys gonna get super offended if I smoke a cigarette real quick? Hey, that third person in here, you can come and chat. You can come in and chat. I'm just a backup singer. I'm no kind of singer. I'm just a made up singer. I just make shit up and sing it. I wonder something. Hold on. Okay. You know what? It really is, because then maybe she could. Hey, stop smoking weed. I am such a bad influence. Oh, God. I am the worst influence ever. I tested the 100. Yeah, it is cool. Here is cool, and smoking weed is cool. But I think, like, if you're gonna smoke weed, you should have your priorities straight, right? I failed at that, and I should not say things like that because I do not believe that. because that never happened in my life. Oh, you smoke too, Miss Mud Duck. Okay. Well, look. Now we're all friends. I'm trying to be super responsible because my dad tried edibles and I have never felt more like a bad influence in my life. It's like that almost made me stop smoking weed. Almost. But then he explained himself that it was only partly my fault. Miss Mudduck, Mrs. Mudduck, do you smoke cigarettes too? I need to quit smoking cigarettes. I want to get those nicotine pouches. And Michael, no, you have not been smoking weed since before you met me. I met you as a baby. Butthole. Oh, as an adult. Okay. Never mind. I read things slow. I smoke both too. But I want to do the nicotine pouches, but Dustin said, fuck no. He said, nope, absolutely not. No nicotine pouches. It's like, no, but nicotine pouches are good. But I think I'm addicted to rolling cigarettes. Yeah, indica is the heroin of weed. Sativa is the cocaine of weed. Indica is the heroin of weed. It is nothing but a downer. My blood pressure is always like 160 over 80, something like that. Sativa is the cocaine of weed. It's the hyper weed. What about you, Mrs. Mudduck? Do you like, which do you like? See, I like the sativa because I don't like to be a downer. I don't like to be down on. Like when you get high on weed, you don't want to be all. Bleh. I don't know. I smoke sativa all day. But really, I just want regular weed. Just, I just want weed in a baggie. I get weed from Dustin in this. Yeah, see, I like sativa too. That's that's what I have. How late do you guys drink coffee? You are too amped up. You are, especially when I get around. Hey, did you know it's Betty Opal's birthday? She's already in bed, but I didn't know it until a little bit ago. That old bat turned 86 today. My grandma turned 86. You remember that one time, Michael, when you asked me if my weed smelled like shit? I drink coffee all day too, but I've been having to drink water. You were driving? You could have time changes. Oh yeah, we do an hour later, right? Fuck yeah. I'll be back on regular time. Sweet. I think it's spring forward. It's spring forward. That means it's gonna start getting warm. That means the raccoons are gonna start coming out. I've been leaving them food out there. So hopefully they remember who I am. Oh shit. Well, look, let's hop off here. So you're not late for church. You go to bed now. And then you can laugh at everybody else who's late for church. But you probably won't be late for church. The phones switch time automatically, right? Yeah, don't they? I don't remember. Hey, I love talking about stuff. I love stuff and things. Do you want to talk about other things? We can talk about things. I'm making this a point to do this every night. So you want to start doing it at like 8 o'clock and then go until whenever? All I know is after this, I have to take my medicine. You pick up a ride. Oh, took me a minute to remember. Well, all right, then let's get off here so you can get to bed and go to church on time tomorrow. Let me know how that goes. You know what? I feel really bad. When I was on live streams before, I would try to always chat stuff. I didn't realize how slow it goes on this live stream screen. Oh, yeah, wait till you find out how they made God's suitcase chair with the special rocks. Good night, Michael or Ricky. Okay, I guess we're all done. No. I want to tell you good night, Mrs. Mud Duck, and thank you for being my moderator and the only person other than my family that joins me. Oh, Trump did something, pissed somebody off.